Welcome to the next full instalment of my 30 Beers for 30 Years series. As you can see, we are looking at Beavertown's Gamma Ray American Pale Ale, coming in at 5.4%. Use a nice Beavertown glass there, look at that. And this is one of those beers that I wish I reviewed at its peak, but unfortunately just never got around to it. So I'm reviewing it now in its current form, current Heineken-based form. And the reason for its inclusion, like many other beers in this 30 Beers 30 Year series, is its place in my heart for when I was finding craft beer and how sort of like just striking that looked on a shelf at the time. I mean, it's had many imitators since, gone to more of this sort of comic graphic style. But really at the time, these were the main guys doing this sort of labelling. And another reason that I've included a Beavertown beer in my 30 Beers for 30 Years box is because my dad really, I've taken him along my beer journey. He never really used to drink beer all that much, really. I never really remember him drinking beer growing up. He'd have the odd one or two. But then when I started getting into beer and I was like, taste this, he sort of realised how good beer could be. And in particular, Beavertown really caught his eye. We've been to a few of the Beavertown birthday parties now, which were always a good time. He has a little home bar and he has a shelf of sort of all Beavertown cans. So let's go for it, shall we? This isn't the beer it once was, but I'm gonna just try the beer as it is now. So we have a straw coloured, maybe edging towards golden coloured beer, a brilliant white foam on the top. Let's go for a little sniff, shall we? God, it's been a long while since I've had Gamma Ray, really. It's been a long while since I've had Beavertown anything. Like I said, I'm not going to compare it to older Gamma Ray because at this point I can't really remember it. So I mean, the first thing that hit me, there's a sort of musty grassiness to it. There's something that's reminded me of like a lemon scented candle. There's something that's reminded me of Sugar Puffs, if you're familiar with the cereal. Yeah, it's a muted hint of grapefruit, but it smells okay. No, it's not nothing to write home about. Let's go for a little taste. Cheers. Again, is it palate changing? Or the beers change a lot, but this is incredibly muted. It's lost a little bit of a sparkle. I mean, I say about sort of like palate changing, but like there's like beers for me that I drink often, and they still give me that same feeling, and they don't feel like they've gone down in quality. And like the one that springs to mind is Ghost Ship. For me, that's still like a really flavoursome, very affordable beer. Whereas this is bordering on bland, really. I mean, it's not an old can. It's like a month old. It's not the best. So what am I getting? I'm getting a slight bit of like a sweet orange thing. A little bit marmalade on toast. I mean, I just finished doing Dead Pony Club. If you missed it, go back and watch it. And in that I said it's almost sort of where these seemed like real massive American hop forward style beers, they're getting a bit of the sort of like English real ale twang about them now. I mean, as redeeming features are, it's not awful, and you could drink it. You could. Yeah, so that was my look at how Gamma Ray tastes in 2020. So if you missed any of the other 30 Beers for 30 Years videos, go and take a look. There's a playlist down below for your convenience. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Oh, disappointing.